Hey guys, it's Tom, your Florida Realtor. It's been a while since I put a post out, but I really became passionate about what I'm about to talk about today. Uh, One of the hardest things that's facing real estate is one, the lack of inventory. It's an issue now, and it will continue to be an issue for quite some time. That lack of inventory has led us to an affordability issue where sellers know that if they hold on, they'll more than likely get a very good chunk of their price. But let's take a change of view and say I'm a first-time home buyer. How do I get my first home? And having a first home is really, really important, not only for the owner, but for their financial future. A home is more than likely that person's largest financial investment and return. Now, the recent numbers show that only 21% of home sales were to first-time home buyers. That's an all-time low. And that's a scary number. It may not impact you directly, but it will sooner or later down the road. Second of all, the average age now for a first-time home buyer is 40 years old. Just a few short years ago, it was in the low 30s. Now it's up to 40 years old, and it's more than likely going to go higher. These two numbers are real indication on what the future for your kids and grandkids and the real estate market is. So I came up with a solution that I think is very viable, and I put a couple of posts out about it 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. I believe in small homes. I think it's one of the 5 changes that will come to the real estate market relatively soon. Homes have to get smaller to make them more affordable. However, I'm also leaning strongly towards generational. Mom and dad helping the kids. Bank of Dad, right? If you're a father or grandfather, you know Bank of Dad is alive and well and living in America. But it's also grown a little bit. What I mean by that is co-buying, where you buy with your brother or your sister or your friend or your neighbor. Is it an option? Yes. And it's a very good option, and it's a very strong option to help you get in the game. If you don't get into the game and end up buying something relatively quickly, think about it. If you're waiting till you're 40 to purchase a home and you have a 30-year mortgage, you're not paying it off till you're 70 years old. That's untenable, and it's considered really the break point on real estate. Obviously, a loan could be longer; it could be 30 years, and there's discussion for even longer. However, think about the momentum amount of interest you're going to be paying on that mortgage. So there's a couple of watchouts you have to think about, though. People still want homes. Prices are high. Cost of carrying is high. But being a co-buyer works in a lot of regards because, one, it's a faster path to ownership. That's important because equity starts at the moment of ownership. The market has been sliding down for quite some time, at least last 2.5 years. So getting into the game now is important because it will swing, and 2026, 2027 are expected to be upbeat years. We'll see. I don't have a crystal ball, but it's quite possible. It's easier to qualify for a loan when you have two incomes than one. Now, one of you will have a stronger financial package than the other. And sometimes the negative or the weaker of the two can be a negative on the loan process. So it's not a done deal putting two incomes together. Your debt to income ratio still has to be in line. However, getting a stronger partner for like your brother or your sister, your friend or your neighbor, whoever you do consider a safe person to buy a home with and get in the game, you have to take all that into consideration. You have to think about what the monthly costs will be because they'll be shared. There's some contractual agreements that are going to have to be in place and questions that have to be added up front. Like, how long do you plan to own the home? Do you both plan to live there? If so, yes. Who's paying for what? What happens if a financial problem happens where one of the partners or one of the co-buyers loses their job or has a medical issue? You got to talk about upgrades versus savings. Do you want to buy more of a house or less of a house and have less of a payment? Who's going to live there? What if one person wants out? What if your relationship turns south? The point being, co-buying can be an absolutely game-changing thing. It can get you into the game. It can help you start earning equity. You have to have the right partner, and you have to have an agreement in place so the what ifs are addressed before you own the property. Think about sort of as a marriage. I bought this home with my wife. We are going to be together forever, and then the marriage falls apart. What do? Kind of the same thing here, kind of a prenuptial agreement. Have these discussions up front, but it is a great viable option to get you into the game of purchasing that home and take advantage of what is anticipated to be an uptick in appreciation. You got to put that agreement in place. It's a viable option, and it's something I'm more than happy to discuss with you. I'll put a link down below in this post and on my website, southwestfloridareal-estate.com. And this is Tom, your Florida Realtor. Give me a call at 239-313-9209 if you're thinking about what can I do as a first-time home buyer to get into the home. I'd love to hear from you. Comment down below, of course, like and share. Visit my website, southwestfloridareal-estate.com. Let me know your thoughts. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.